What's up, YouTube? Your boy Bluff City here, back with another video. And this news story broke out the other night of a shooting that happened at a homeless encampment over in Minnesota. This is pretty wild. I saw some bits and pieces of it last night on TikTok, but I got I got some full coverage of it right here. So we're gonna get into this. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss another video. And here we go.
Were hurt in that shooting, several with life-threatening injuries. Our Paul Bloom is at the scene where the shooting occurred. And Paul, some new information released in a press conference this afternoon. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Randy, good evening to both you and Kelsey tonight. What made this shooting, this encampment in particular, so unique was the encampment sat on private property. The city of Minneapolis doesn't allow encampments, but they couldn't do anything about it on private property on this lot behind me. In fact, they were in court proceedings to try to get it to clear out. Hours later now, it has been cleared out, and Mayor Fry's administration hopes it stays that way. An exchange of gunfire Monday night at this South Minneapolis encampment left 7 injured, with 2 victims found in tents gravely wounded. They were shot in the head. The police chief blaming the shootout on an apparent dispute over drugs. The city wasting no time, immediately shutting down the site.
The whole thing happened over drugs is absolutely diabolical. I mean, then again, you gotta. I mean, I'm not saying all homeless people do drugs. That's obviously insane for me to say. But the ones that do, this does not surprise me that one of them. And now one of them may have gotten into it with a dealer, or they were fighting with each other. Who knows?
These encampments regularly end with tragedy, with shootings, with fires, and preventable deaths. That is why we close them. That is why we tried to close this encampment on several occasions.
By Tuesday morning, City Hall declared the site an ongoing crime scene, clearing the entire lot of the tents and makeshift structures that were allowed to take shape on private property just off East Lake Street over the last couple months. Officials said they are headed to court to obtain a temporary restraining order against the defiant property owner to prevent people from returning. He has been issued thousands of dollars in fines for creating a, quote, public health nuisance.
Encampments are not safe. I'll say it again. Encampments are not safe. They're not humane. They're not compassionate.
We can't go in and get our stuff from our own home, and now I'm getting arrested because I want my stuff.
The city's immediate closure of the encampment led to anger and frustration for some who are not allowed to gather any belongings. This woman taken into police custody, while others vented as the Bobcat and garbage trucks moved in.
That's wild that they filmed that lady getting arrested. Jesus Christ.
Everything's bulldozed and being thrown in the garbage as we speak. Like, they throwing away people's stuff like, bro, it's priceless stuff that people can't replace.
We had to clear the site to prevent further harm to other people, potentially in the immediate vicinity. And so, look, nobody wanted it to go this way. We did not want it to go this way.
And I'm sure you can see the police cars behind me. This lot remains an active crime scene. Law enforcement guarding the property so no one can return, at least until they can get into court tomorrow afternoon. There is a hearing in the civil matter against the property owner. In the meantime, the call has gone out to the state and additional law enforcement resources, uniformed police in and out of uniform, saturating East Lake Street to provide some public safety and some comfort after 2 mass shootings here in the last 24 hours. We're live in South Minneapolis. Paul Bloom.
That is absolutely bonkers, man. All because of drugs, that this shooting happened on this lot, and then whoever owns that property has to go to court now because of all the shit that went down. And now they had to resort to, since those homeless people didn't want to leave, just willingly just leave, get all the shit and go. I guess they just get all their shit. They get the construction, get some construction workers with some their equipment and just haul that shit into some dumpsters. It's like, okay, y'all got to get the fuck out of here now. But I understand like the homeless frustration, because it's like, okay, you're gonna get rid of all our shit, but where the hell are we supposed to go now? We just supposed to just go do fuck all now, and all our stuff is gone. Like they're thinking, where are they supposed to go? Or if they're, I don't know what, I don't know how many shelters are in the Minneapolis area. If for those of you that watch me from the Minneapolis area, you could let me know in the comment section about that. And is it a pretty large homeless population up there? Are the shelters always full? They charge a lot of money for them to get in. What's going on? Because same thing kind of happens here in Memphis. Well, not this specific story, but you have a lot of homeless people trying to grab some money so they can get to the shelter before it gets too crowded. But anyways, drugs being the main reason the shooting even happened, man. I didn't know there were some homeless people who had guns. I genuinely did not know that personally. I'm sure there's some that are, but that's just not something I think about. Is like them having access to firearms and ammo, since a lot of them don't have much money or any money at all. But I guess they were able to hold on to one that they had before they got homeless or something. I don't know. And the fact that a shooting happened on a homeless encampment site is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Hopefully all these things really get sorted out, and they need to do something for those homeless people that lost their I know they were on, I don't know if they're going to charge them with anything for being on that lot, or charge the owner of that lot for anything, for or I guess allowing them to be on that lot. Who knows? I might have to do if there's an update on this, I'll definitely do an update story on this of everything that finally like happened. Did everything get resolved or not? But what are they gonna do? I guess some of them who didn't want to act right, obviously they're gonna be arrested. The homeless, they're gonna be arrested. They're gonna go to jail, obviously. But the ones who are more civil, like, where are they supposed to go? That's what I want to know. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video right there. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the Linktree link in the description down below so you can support me directly via Cash App or PayPal. And if you do decide to do so, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I will shout you out in my next video. Also, hit that Linktree link to follow me on other social media platforms so you can find other content on TikTok and Instagram and things like that. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all be safe out there and have a good one.